My childhood best friend turned our friendship into a situationship, and last night was the first time he told me he loved me and felt like he meant it, and I think I might have just fell head over heels for him. I, 19F, have been getting it on with one of my close friends, 19M, for about 2 months. We've been friends since we were 12, so telling each other I love you isn't strange for us and something we've done countless times before. However, this was the first time it's happened during it, and I don't know what that means. Last night, we were doing it. It had been a really intimate and sweet night. Lots of kissing, very gentle movements, you get the idea. When he was getting close, he told me he loved me. His head was buried in my neck, but I could still hear him clearly. I wasn't uncomfortable or anything, let me be clear. I thought it was really sweet and I said it back. He then moved his head to look at me and he smiled, then kissed me. Then, while we were cuddling afterwards, he brought it up and seemed a bit embarrassed. He apologized and explained it just slipped out in the heat of the moment, but I assured him there was nothing to be sorry for and that I thought it was really sweet. Now, I keep replaying the moment and his reaction to me saying it back in my head, and I'm wondering if there's more to it. He seemed genuinely in awe that I said it back, which doesn't make sense because I've told him I love him multiple times before. And I don't really know why he was embarrassed, unless he meant it more than a I love you as a friend type of way. Is this something I should talk to him more about? Because I'm not gonna lie, I think I may have caught feelings, so if he feels the same, then I would love to know. I just don't want to make things awkward or embarrass him again. Or myself, lol. Does this mean he has feelings for me and should I talk to him about it? Update. I was not expecting my post to get much attention, haha. Many people have asked for an update, so I decided to make a separate post for that. But before I give the update, I want to address a couple things. Before I turn my chats off, some people are very strange. I got a few DMs asking how we got together in the first place, and I didn't know if other people were curious about that as well. We both grew up in very conservative households. Basically, our only education was simply don't do it, so it had been a weird topic for both of us for some time. We were in the same homeschool group and that's how we met and became friends. A few months ago, we ended up talking and decided to give our V's to each other, which then progressed into a FWB relationship. And so far, we've only ever slept with each other. I also tend to be a very oblivious person when it comes to people having feelings for me. Even when the signs are obvious, glaring in all caps neon letters, I'm still like, I wonder what they mean by that, or not even give it another thought. I know it's bad, and I've been trying to work on it, but sometimes I still miss lol. Update. Okay, now what you've been waiting for. I really sat down with myself and thought hard about how I feel. And I figured out that I do love him. Like I'm pretty down bad to be honest, lol. So, I texted him and asked if we could meet up and chat, like y'all recommended. We ended up hanging out at his apartment like usual, and just did random things at first. Had some food, watched funny videos on YouTube. Stuff like that. Then, I asked him if we could talk. I started off by telling him that when I said I love you back last night, I meant it and I always have. Then, I asked him what he meant when he told me he loved me and that I just want us to be honest with each other. Because I love him and nothing could change that. I could tell he was a bit nervous, so I held his hand and that seemed to help. He started talking and he admitted that he's in love with me. He told me that he had a crush on me when we were younger, but he figured it would go away eventually, and he thought it did. But when we started doing this, the feelings came back, or he started noticing them all over again. And last night was really emotional for him, so the words just slipped out without him thinking about it. He told me he got really excited when I said it back, but then he figured I didn't mean it that way. That's why he reacted the way he did. I could tell he was still really nervous now. I told him I meant it, and that I'm in love with him too. The look on his face. We were both very happy and relieved. We talked some more and agreed to be official and exclusive. Kissed some. Did some other things. Some tears may have been shed. It was a very emotional time, haha. So yeah. Happy to report a happy ending here. Thanks y'all.